I'm Natasha.
And I'm Hillary, and this is the
The
Gallberry
Gallberry Lit
Lit Club!
Club!
Today's topic
Yes, this is one we've been
is, and
very, very
I
excited
just got
about.
this today, fourth wave!
Yes! Actually, hold on. I have to also show off. I know we both got this.
We did.
We both got our little Fourth Wing Kindle cover.
Yep.
And
And then
then
I just got his
I
bookmarks. They're way too far away. I can't get them. But I just got his bookmarks.
and then I ended up ditching my Kindle cover to get myself a clear back one so that I could put a whole bunch of dragon stickers.
Oh, who is this? I just from a Tiki Taka. It's a MaggieMoose.com. So it's an independent
Ooh.
Maggie Moose. She
Ooh.
makes a lot of different covers.
Book
So
themed
shout
cover.
out. They had like Throne of Glass, and they had Akatar, and then she had some like more basic. They had more basic, just like patterny ones. They were all really pretty and nicely affordable. I like supporting local creators when I can. So I
Yes.
was happy to find her on TikTok of all places. I was like, oh, yeah.
So if it isn't a bit of a spoiler alert, so the reason that we've been doing this, we've mentioned before, is that we wanted to kind of switch our usual genres and read something that we think the other would not pick for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So like you recommended Fourth Wing to me,
I did.
and I was very skeptical, but spoiler alert, I'm hooked. I'm in. I literally went like not even so I don't think I was even like 25% through the first book when I went to Walmart and I picked up every single one of them with the sprayed edges.
And then went back and got me. Onyx Storm was out of stock, but she got
Yeah, and then I was
Fourth
like,
Wing and Iron Flame.
it was your birthday, and I was like, she doesn't own these. She needs them. They're there. There it is.
I don't have the dust jacket on it because I don't like dust jackets.
Honestly, I'm not a fan of the dust jacket that they put on these. It feels very flimsy and
I'm really
thin.
considering just painting the.
That would be cool. Making your own custom cover.
I don't see why you can't. If you can paint
Yeah.
on journals, should be able to paint on these. I
Yeah,
don't
why
see,
not?
I
It's
don't see
your
a reason
book.
why.
You can do whatever you
Yeah.
want with it.
So
You can
I'll
even
do
put
whatever.
stickers on it.
I do what I want.
Exactly. So this one was a shocker for me. I was not expecting to like this, but I'll get into that.
Here is your disclaimer at the front of the episode that there are spoilers.
Yes,
Here
this
there
will
be
be a
spoilers.
spoiler.
Okay.
Here there will be
It's
spoilers from here on
uh
out.
yeah, we're not holding back. This is a full
Yes.
spoilerish episode, so
Um,
prepare yourself. We're gonna deep dive.
Only thing we won't get into are the other two books because I'm still in the process of reading them.
Yes, so
I'm
my
on
my
Iron Flame
responses
right
will be
now. I'm halfway through, and then I'll
tailored,
be.
tailored responses, because I know
I'm scared.
you should be.
I'm afraid. Um,
I'm in
yeah,
danger.
literally, that's how I feel. Every page I read, I'm like, oh no. But so before we get into this, so this is written by Rebecca Yarros, and this book and well these three books, they have a lot of dragons in them, a lot of dragons, and the dragons all have names, and they're names that are very very real words taken from the Gallic language. Let me get into this because this was so I because I like the book, I don't want to stay ignorant to very valid criticisms that it has received. So it's like I can enjoy something, but I can also recognize that it's a little something's a little afoot here. So after the book came out and Rebecca went on her little book tours, as you do as an author, there was a fan who, and I think there's actually several interviews like this. I think I only watched like two, but one of them was conducted by a fellow fan, and she asked her how you pronounce these words. Like, how do you pronounce the dragons' names? How do you pronounce the college's name? And because, like, obviously, the way they're spelled out, I know a lot of us were struggling. We were like, what
Yeah.
the heck do you. I know everybody has a different pronunciation for every single one of them. Well, when pronounced them, she pronounced them wrong.
Incorrectly.
Literally every single one was pronounced incredibly wrong. And which it's all well and good if you are making your own fantasy world with
Yeah,
its
that's
own
what.
language.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's one thing if it's made up names in a made up world, which has been
Yeah.
done. Hello, Throne of Glass, but it's not made up. You're using Scots Gaelic, and I agree
It's
with it.
a
You cannot sit there and mispronounce words that actually have a direct translation, that are actual words within an actual language, and especially picking this specific
yeah.
language to then, because I am Scottish. I do not hail from Scotland. I have Scottish heritage, and
But you know
belong.
its history
But
and
I
the
know its
reason
history. I
why
know
this is
what
such a
my
big deal.
clan is. I'm Clan Baird, and I know that. But so, like, there's, the Scots Gaelic was one that they tried very, very hard to erase for a very, very long time. And it's taken a while to really kind of come back and be put back into the culture. And so I think it was in poor taste and
Yeah.
very American
Take a
of
dying
her.
language and take
Yeah.
all these names and places and not exactly do your research into well, I can't say if she did her research on what they mean or anything. I do have some notes on that, but she
I
apparently
believe,
didn't do any research on how they're supposed to be pronounced. So
no, not pronouncing. She did, and it has been stated that she did research the names and what
that's
they
what I
meant.
thought because I do have notes on like what some of these actually mean.
I'm glad that you did because I
But
did not.
so but segueing into this, we're going to learn how to pronounce some of the dragon names, the more common ones that are throughout the book, as well as the college.
I think the one that gave me the most trouble when reading the book was Anduarnum.
Okay,
Anduarnum.
so
Anum.
Andarna's full name is pronounced Andarn Udum,
Okay, there we go.
and
Andar.
yeah,
Unum.
and it means the second
Ooh,
honor.
can't do
Now, I
that.
did take this. I watched a video by an actual Gallic speaker on YouTube that went through all the names and taught us the proper pronunciation. So, but if I butcher anything just because I don't have the Scottish zip, I
Neither do I.
apologize. I am doing my best. I at least wanted to research these to not pronounce it the way that I was pronouncing it while I was reading because I was like, there's got to be an actual proper pronunciation, and
There
then
is.
I'll yeah, and then I'll note what Rebecca's video what she thought the pronunciations were. But so Violet's dragon, so we just talked about Andarna. Her black dragon, his full name is Tarnanok, and Tarn for short. And that means thunder,
Yeah.
which lightning and thunder. I like that. Zayden's dragon is Scal, So it's like gal with an
That one I
S
knew.
in front of
Segal,
it.
I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, Segal. I can't say it right.
Yeah, it's like it's not because I was pronouncing it skull, but it's more like scal.
Scowl, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
similar to that.
okay, not too far off, but
I know how to say cheers in Gaelic. Off
you know how to
topic.
say what?
Cheers. Sanjma.
Oh, okay.
I watch
You
Outlander.
should use that while you're over there.
I will in the pubs. I'm planning on it.
Heck yeah.
I have
Um,
a shirt that I am taking with me that says Slange y'all.
nice. So Mira's dragon. This one was a little troublesome for me because it's not tiny or teeny.
No.
It's actually chene. And it means
I've also
fire.
heard Tien. Tien is another one that like gets said, but
Yeah,
Chenny is like the
it is.
the
Yeah,
proper, yeah.
yeah, it is chene.
Chenny.
Rhiannon's is it was a little rough for me to get right, but Rhiannon's is fierege.
I ain't saying it. I ain't even trying it.
It means anger.
It's funny that that's Rhiannon's
Is it
dragon.
for a reason I don't know yet?
No, Rhiannon is kind of the level-headed one.
I was gonna say it's like some of these I feel like they don't properly. So actually, Zayden, I didn't say what scal meant. Scal means shadow.
Which,
So
yeah.
that one's makes sense. But yeah, Rhiannon's I thought was kind of an
I think it's
interesting.
I think it would be, and this is just me trying to look into the psyche of things, is like Rhiannon doesn't get angry enough. She's
Oh,
she's kind of she's even killed.
yeah.
And she holds her emotions in check pretty well, I would say.
I would say so too.
And so I think maybe her dragon, which I'm not saying the name of. Hi, William.
Do you
Hi,
hear my
William.
Hey, mister. Come here, honey. Come here, my baby. This is my baby Tarn. That's not actually his name, but
Yes,
he's a
it is.
little black
It's
kitty.
his name now. I literally said that last time. I was like, well, his name's Tarn now.
His name is
Gotta be
Tarn now.
But I'm not even going to try to pronounce that
Hers.
dragon. But I think the reason that would be is like maybe that's the
What she's missing?
balance
Mmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Because I like that, like, Tarn is. Because, like, Violet's all lightning, and he's the thunder, and it's like, okay, that makes so much sense. I do have Liam's as well. It is pronounced. I'm pretty sure it was Jai. J. I think it's J. It might be Jai. Now I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
Jai sounds more correct.
Yeah, I think it's Jai. And it means ice. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I know why. I know why.
Oh, you know why?
I know why.
Oh no. Oh no.
And I can't.
I
tell
don't want
you.
to know.
You'll find out.
Okay, okay, I'll find out.
The reason that his dragon's name means ice is in Fourth Wing.
It is, okay. God, why can't I have the memory of a goldfish?
It's because
some
it
reason.
was a quick thing.
Oh, it was like an
that then-
in-passing thing.
And then Rebecca retconned it and was like, no, that was a typo, and it wasn't.
Oh.
Because we didn't know what we knew in Iron Flame. And so she had to be like, oh, no, that was a typo. It was supposed to be Riddick.
Oh.
But
Alright.
let's give a brief, because we've talked about the dragon names, but we haven't really given a brief rundown. For those of you that don't live on this planet, Fourth Wing is about. All right, how did we actually? Because I've always said
yes.
Basgiath, and it's not. It's
Apparently Basgiath.
Basgiath.
Yeah,
Okay.
and not Basgiath, as Rebecca Yarros said.
No,
it's
I said
supposed to be.
Basgiath. Basgiath
Yeah.
always made sense to me, so it's Basgiath. I was
Yeah,
close.
it's Basgiath. It's got a little bit more of an accent to it.
Yeah. So
Emphasis.
Basgiath exists as a war college that has healers, scribes, dragon riders, and infantry all housed within the same college. When you hit a certain age, which I think is
There's
21,
20. I thought it was 20
maybe.
because
I can't.
Violet's 20.
I can't.
Let's consult the book.
20. It is 20.
Okay, yes.
So at 20 years old, everyone enters the colleges for the most part. You're either transcripted in because you were punished and now you have to serve in the infantry, or you're volunteering to sign up for these things. The
And
only
you get to
quadrant,
pick.
yeah, you get to pick. The only quadrant in the college that you are fully volunteering for, that there is no transcription aside from the rebels, is the Riders quadrant, which is the Dragon Riders. That's fully volunteer. You're not allowed to be transcripted in as a punishment. The exception to that rule, of course, is the children of the rebellion that happened 6 years ago, who are forced into the Riders quadrant.
Yeah, as a punishment for what their parents did,
Yeah.
basically.
As punishment for what their parents did, and given the opportunity to live.
Yeah. And
Been a
it's like,
very-
it's kind of a miracle that pretty much the majority of them, I'm pretty sure all of them actually made it through.
No,
No, it wasn't all of them?
no.
of
I
them?
think they talk more about it in Iron Flame, that there were
Okay.
some.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if they said that there were a few that
No.
didn't make it past the...
No, because in Fourth Wing, there's a few with relics that are
That's
first years
right.
that don't make
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, so not everyone gets through. The majority are still making it through, because when you think about the fact that this is a class of about 130 or so people that have made it across the death parapet into the college itself.
The very first thing that you have to do to prove yourself worthy of getting into the Riders Quadrant, like literally you sign up and it's like, all right, you go up the stairs and cross the parapet, which is literally this bridge, this like very narrow bridge thing over a chasm, and you either make it through or you fall to your death.
And hope it's not raining.
And hope it's not raining, like Violet had to get
So
through.
enter Violet, who is the daughter of the general of the Dragon Riders.
Well, she also runs the school.
And she runs the school. No, sorry, she's not the general of the Dragon Riders, but she's the like commander
She's
of
like
the school.
basically the whole
Like the headmaster. Yeah. And so she basically forces Violet to become a rider. She was supposed to be a scribe. Her father died. She's no longer able to be a scribe because her mom is forcing her into the Riders Quadrant. So she gets a grand total of 6 months to train to enter this college, where everyone else has been training basically for their entire life. Not everyone, but most of the ones that go through that have trained for it.
Yeah.
So she enters. Her big sister Mira tries to get her out of it to no avail, but does outfit her with tools that will work. Rider black and braiding her hair and giving her
dragon scale vest that's pretty much impenetrable.
Yeah. So she gives her these tools to kind of help her survive, since she can't get her out of it. Anyway, she gets into the war college. She starts her journey trying to become a dragon rider. Enters Aiden Ryerson, who her sister has told her to stay very far away from. And she doesn't listen.
It's kind of not her fault though, because he literally makes it so that, because he's the wing leader of Fourth Wing, because they're all divided into 4 different wings, all the students. It's kind of like the 4 houses in the series that shall not be named.
Yeah, there's a reason that he puts her in that wing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've gotten to the point where there is a reason that he puts her in his wing.
I haven't gotten there yet, I don't think.
Yeah. And it's not just like to keep an eye on her. There was a reason that he actually put her into Fourth Wing that you'll find out in Iron Flame. And I can't say
however, in Fourth Wing, what we find out in the beginning is that Violet's mother killed his father, And so she thinks that he's doing this to try and get his revenge by killing her, basically.
Yeah, basically, he's like, oh, this is for revenge. The dumb nut doesn't realize that he's not allowed to kill her because she's in his wing.
Yeah. It's like, wing leader cannot, especially the wing leader, cannot kill your people in your section, in your wing.
And also, nobody within your section can kill each other as
Yeah,
well. Like,
yeah.
that's the thing, is
But
like,
everyone else is free reign. Like if I'm in third and you're in fourth, I can kill you. You can kill me. So it's whatever. And it's like it's kind of encouraged that it's like students can kill each other because you got to weed out the weak. Because only the strong. There's only a certain number of dragons that present themselves for threshing, is what it's called. To basically like choose, or because the dragons choose the rider, and there's only a certain number that
I
present
think there was
themselves.
102.
Yeah. So you gotta kind of, because you weed out the weak, and if there's too many of them, like not every student gets a dragon, and they have to repeat the year, which that
They
sucks.
they get one more chance to kind
Yeah.
of repeat the year and see if they get a dragon from that.
Mhm.
Which someone within Violet's wing
Yes.
section is
Yeah.
actually a repeat. Sawyer is actually a repeat.
And he finally gets a dragon.
The dragon, poor baby Sawyer. Again, knowledge you don't have.
Oh no.
He's fine. He's fine.
Okay. Okay.
He goes through some struggles though.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so she's in a section, and the main players are Dane, who is her childhood best friend, and her section leader, Imogen, which is
Another marked one.
another marked one, and then Rhiannon, who becomes her best friend, Riddick, who is my precious baby boy,
Yes. Also becomes a best friend.
also becomes a best friend, Sawyer, and later Zayden assigns Liam to the section, so they switch
Which
out.
he's also another marked one.
Yeah, he's also another marked one. So it's like this journey of her discovering who she is and if she even has what it takes to become a writer,
Yeah.
and at the same time
Proving everyone wrong.
proving everyone wrong, and also developing her enemies to lover journey with
Yes,
one
which
Zayden Ryerson. I know.
should I get into
I know.
my my
Do you want to
review?
do you want to do yeah?
Okay.
Go for it. I think that's the basics. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
essentially
those are the basics, I would say,
those are
because
the
we don't.
basics. And the marked ones have more to say than what it seems. They're more than the
Yes.
than
Yeah.
meets the eye.
There's another. There's a. I wouldn't say a plot twist, but there's more to the tale, because they're right now they're all the war. They're in a war college to fight the war for Navarre, which is their home kingdom.
Against
Against
Griffins is what's they're
Griffins,
told.
yeah, for yes, but there is much more to the story that they end up discovering that leads to some trouble. And
All right.
yes,
Yes.
so
Go. Get into
all
your
right,
review.
so this was my my assignment from you
I
because I
said
know you.
if you don't read it, I'm going to beat you up. There you go.
So because you like I remember we went to, there was that bookstore that opened up near my house, and we went there together one day, and you picked it up and you were like, this, like I remember so clearly, you were like, this is like my favorite fantasy story.
Yeah.
And like, so for me, like I knew what Fourth Wing was, but I knew it from the fact that it's very popular on Book Talk. And so let me start it this way. I'm not somebody who goes around hating things that are popular just because they're popular, because I love a lot of things that are very popular. But in the book world, especially lately, when I see that something is like labeled under Book Talk or that it's like super popular, I don't immediately think, dang, that's got to be really good.
It makes you
I'm
skeptical.
It makes
We
me
don't
very
know.
skeptical and very cautious because a lot of things that are said to be popular, especially on Book Talk, I read it and I'm like, are you, are we okay?
Yeah.
Because this was barely legible.
And I feel like we could do an entire episode on that, and
Yeah.
probably will.
Looking at you, Colleen Hoover.
She's coming back. Our
Yeah.
favorite woman
And,
we love to
and
hate.
I feel like it's like she's becomes the topic of conversation every time, and
It's a valid conversation, but I think we could
it
also
is.
include Fourth Wing within that conversation now. But
Yeah.
regardless, moving on. Um,
But so that was the case with this series, though, is
yeah,
I was like, I mean, everybody was just like all over it, and the thing is like I'm not a fan of romantasy, really, at least not in like how it's known today. For some reason, it's just not something that I really enjoy all that much.
it can lean into a realm of they're just not good relationships, and it's just not
Yeah,
a good
like it's
story.
like this isn't why do we like this? Why do we like this couple? Why do we like
Yeah.
this romance? It's like I
Yeah.
don't really believe this is
Or
a
if
romance.
the or like the romance is steady, but the world building isn't there. It's
Yeah, and that's another thing I think that really put me off of it, is because I've known romantasy books to have like where it's like I just I'm somebody who doesn't like books that are mostly like spice, where it's like every other chapter is just them doing it, and like
Akatar.
the plot is behind us, like there's no plot anymore. I can't. I'm like,
Akatar.
see, I haven't read it, but I know enough about it where I'm like, I know I wouldn't like this.
Avatar. It doesn't start that way. It really does not. First book is not that
Ugh,
way. But then when you get further up, especially with Nesta and Cassian, it's like I even
uh-oh.
got to a point where I was like,
It's like this is too much.
did we need 4 chapters back to back?
Uh,
Was
yeah,
that necessary?
and so there's nothing wrong with you if that's what you like.
Yeah.
It's just me personally, I like plot. I like world building. I like things to happen, and I
Yeah.
like the spice to be part of the plot. I
Yeah.
want it to build up to it. And but like it's like I said in one episode, or yeah, in one of the episodes, I've been a dragon girl my whole life. Like like how some people are horse girls growing up or wolf girls. I've always been a dragon girl. And so like I was
Dragons
kind
are
of
cool.
yeah, I was kind of dumb for not really like cuz even you pitched it to me that way. You were like, "You like dragons, right? You should
I
read this."
was
And I
like,
was
why
like,
aren't you
"Okay,
reading this?
I was like, I'll give it a shot." I picked this up. So I started reading it on my Kindle. And like I think by the second page I was like, I'm in. I'm all in. And then it got to the parapet scene and I couldn't like my heart was going like this the whole time.
Yeah. It's
But I
like,
was like,
huh, huh,
"Oh
huh.
my god." And then she crosses it and I'm like, "Oh, like my wig is flying right now." Like, oh my god, it was. And by that point, I was like, yeah, this is. Where does it go from here? Where do you go from this scene?
Also,
Like,
also, and granted, the writer's quadrant kind of lends itself to the people that want power, right? The power hungry, maybe not the best people in the
yeah,
world that would want to try to do this. And sometimes the dragons bond
yeah.
them.
Because it, I mean, really,
But
it's like the dragon riders are the most powerful tools in the war. Because like you have a literal
in
fire
the var,
breathing
but
dragon.
they're tools, and I think the people that are trying to get to the writer's quadrant, they think they're going to be king of the
Yeah,
world. And so enter Jack Barlow.
who is this guy who like us? He sees Violet, and immediately he's like, I'm taking this girl out because she's. Let me get into this part. and I might have a hot take here. So, because it this is one trope that I think annoys me in books is when we have like the tall romantic interest and the little petite girl. She's like this. And it's
Uh-huh.
like Violet is apparently very short and very tiny, and they make an emphasis on it. And I was like, oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, we say that, and then we just watched Wuthering Heights, where Jacob Elordi
Yeah.
is,
Well, and then I'm a
and
Raylo. I'm not saying I don't like tall men with small love interests. Adam Driver was 6'4". Daisy Ridley was like my height. I'm like 5'6". I love it. I love the height difference thing. But I just don't like when it's like a thing
when she's
where it's
fragile.
like, oh, she's just, it's like that Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way thing where it's like, I'm the smallest girl in my class. I'm so pale and fragile. I'm so, it's like, it annoys the hell out of me. So I was bracing myself with this book because I was like, oh no, is this what it's gonna be?
Yeah, we can talk about that real
Yeah,
quick. That I so Violet is and we talked a little bit about inclusion in the
yes.
last
We
episode.
could talk about it here.
This is what that kind of representation looks
Yeah,
like. This is the inclusion we want, or at least I
yeah.
want. I'm not going to speak for all people, and I'm not going to speak for you, but at least for me, I was really, really happy to see this sort of
Mhm.
inclusion. So Violet suffers from
Yeah.
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS.
Ehlers-Danlos, which
Yes, because Rebecca and her sons
both also
all
have
have
it.
it.
Just so we can clarify, if there's people out there that don't know what EDS is, that's the abbreviation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group of 13 inherited genetic connective tissue disorders characterized by joint
Connective.
hypermobility, skin hyperextensibility, and tissue fragility. They can result in chronic pain, dislocations, easy bruising, and poor wound healing.
So, for people that may be a little dumb when it comes to explaining medical things, essentially what that means is that the connecting parts of your body that hold all the things together, it holding all the things together very well. Your bones break more easily, your joints pop right out of their socket pretty easily. When it says that you're not going to heal, it means that the connective epithelial in your skin cells is not working very well to connect back together. That tissue is just not, it's not doing what it's supposed to do and providing elasticity and holding all of the things where they need to be. So you're more prone to an injury
Yes.
than not. So they don't call it by that name. They
Yeah,
just say that
but
she has been that way
if
since
you know
birth,
what it
and that's what it
is,
is.
if you know what it is,
Yeah.
the moment she gets injured and things and they describe it, you're like, "Oh, that's what she has."
Yeah. But what I really thought was beautiful about this, because like you said, you were expecting to be like, oh, the
Hmm.
small, tiny. Violet is not like that.
She is,
Violet's like, there's nothing wrong with
and
me. Like she knows there's something wrong with her, but she's like, I'm gonna come in this door and I'm gonna be in the writer's quadrant and I'm gonna live. I'm gonna
her
live.
thing is,
I
I
am
will
not
not die
going
today.
I will not die today, is what she says to herself over and over again. Because she knows she is a little more on the fragile side and she knows she has to work around that. But this girl is wrapping ankles,
Yeah,
wrapping elbows, wrapping ribs. Like she is not
and she even
she's
says
not
it constantly where like people are like, well, people, here's the thing, and I'll get into this later because I have a whole spiel about this because I also have a disability disease, well, technically two. But people are like from the jump they are constantly either underestimating her or like trying to like be overprotective. Like Dane is her best friend, and I understand that like as a best friend you want to make sure that your friends stay safe because you know that they have this disability. But it's to the point where she's like telling him, it's like, I'm capable of doing this, I'll be okay. And he's like, no, I can talk to them, I can get you out of this, you don't have to be here. And it's like,
And she's like, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here. I've fought. I'm going. I've done the gauntlet. I'm
Yeah.
fixing to do like I'm not no one's going to take this away from me
Hmm.
at this point. And I think really she sort of needed the writer's quadrant
Yeah.
because she did not have a lot of stuff. She was faking it till she made
Hmm.
it. She didn't have a lot of self-confidence that she would actually make it through
Hmm.
writer's quadrant, that she would bond a dragon. She thought that, you know, essentially her mom was sending her to die.
Yeah. Yep.
And so she had to gain a lot of self confidence. And she does it through realizing that she is more capable
And she
than she
thought,
thought she
yeah.
was.
And it's like
And it's
proving
a
to
journey of
everyone
self
else
discovery.
too that she's capable, because everyone, the majority of the students there just see her as like,
As a
yeah.
weakness, Zeta never did. I don't know if even when he didn't like her
Yeah.
very much at the beginning, he never
Hmm.
underestimated what that girl could do. And I thought that was
From the
really cool
beginning. And
from jump.
so, actually, I think I can get into this because I do have a note to say about Zayden and her when it comes to this. So I have a congenital heart defect. So I've had 5 open heart surgeries to fix it. I basically have like a fake heart. But it's never
I remember
been
you met me
what?
and you were like, I remember you met me and you basically were like, yeah, I kind of like have half a
Yeah.
heart. And I was just like, how does
It's like
that
I'm just like
work?
what?
Okay.
But that one because I was born with it. I've never really seen it as a hindrance for me. I obviously like I've when I was a kid, I had to be a little more careful. Like when we had like gym classes and things, I just had to make sure that like I was never hit in the chest or uh like thrown around or something. But I was allowed to operate as just like a normal kid, and I never really let it affect me. But in 2019, I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And that's different, like as an adult, because I was 26, I think, when that went down. So, like, living your whole
I
life
don't
with
know.
just one thing that you could manage, because, like, you know, I, it, I was born with it, so it's all I've ever known. But then having
Right.
something where now I'm definitely not functioning 100%, at least to my 100%. And like Violet says, like she's like her whole world is pain. All she knows is pain. So that's why to her some things it's like this isn't as bad as you think it is because I'm always in pain. And that's kind of how I
Yeah.
am. It's like my joints are not normal anymore. Like I'm in just a world of constant pain all the time. And to me that's become like my normal, and like I don't really see it any differently, but it's like her it's kind of given me it's kind of done the same thing to me where it's like, man, I'm so much more resilient than I thought I was, cuz like I push through everything. Anything and
Made
everything,
me
and
want to
people
hug
will
you.
ask, it's like, you know, it's okay if you need to just sit down, and I'm like, no, 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 I'm good, I'm good. And it's like if I need to ice my knee later, I'm fine. It is what it is.
You make me want to hug you.
It's like
I'm just like, come here. Let
air
me hug
hug.
you.
So what I had written down was, so I put that like me and other disabled people, we're in a world that is not exactly made for us. And accommodations for like our disabilities are not exactly a default in this world. And 99% of the time we're the ones that have to learn to adapt and find creative ways to
Mm-hmm.
adapt to deal with our
Mm-hmm.
disabilities, and it leads us to overlook our limits a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I go past my limits all the time, every time, because I mean, I'm the majority of the time I feel good, and because I feel good, I go too far, and then that's when I have to be on the couch with ice on my knees or on my shoulder for a little while.
She does, and she doesn't say anything.
That,
I'm like,
that's an
Tasha.
yeah. I don't say, and it's like, and I'm actually getting to that. I'm actually getting to that because there was a scene that really got to me, and it was the scene where Zayden gifts Violet the saddle for Tarn because the leading up, so she has her dragon. She's bonded with two dragons, by the way. Two of them chose her, and they chose
Which
her.
that scene, okay. So like the little one speaks to her,
Yes.
and she flat out looks at her and is like, "You're not supposed to talk to me. What are you
Yeah, and she's
doing?"
like,
And like it doesn't click in her brain, and then Tarn comes in and talks to her, and she's like, "Oh, he's
yeah,
bonded me," and it's like,
yeah. It's like, wait, what?
you
Oh,
like, so you know that Tarn, but you don't understand that the little one
is
is
yep.
talking to you.
And then, like when she goes up,
So
I
that
love
means
when she goes up to like the thing to register her name and her dragon's name, and she's like, Violet, my dragon is Tarn, and then Andarna in her brain just goes, and Darna, and she's
and
like,
Darna.
uh, I have two
I feel
dragons.
like that moment. I feel like that moment is one where Violet sort of, she's like,
Yeah,
"Oh
she's like, oh god,
no."
and it's like, because when you have things like this, when you're already underestimated because you're small and fragile, like I've been called fragile my whole life too. First because of my heart condition, people have always been like, oh, like gotta be careful with her because she's a little fragile.
She's
And
tiny.
it's like that doesn't mean I'm incapable.
Yeah.
But like
I give her berries.
yeah, when you're already like seen that way, you don't want to attract more attention to yourself. So the fact that she got
No.
two bonded dragons and it started this whole kerfuffle, she was like, "Oh God!" And, like
She's like, well,
people already
well,
want to kill
shit.
me, and now they want to kill me even more.
Well, shit. It's just like,
But
hmm.
yeah, it's like,
This is
oh
not,
God,
again, the meme, just, I'm in
yeah,
danger.
just like she was probably like when she said like and Darna and then everything just exploded. Her face was probably like on the inside like oh
I'm looking forward to that scene
what scene?
in the TV show.
Oh,
I'm
to that
looking
scene in the
forward to that
yeah.
scene.
I'm very
I'm looking
curious
forward to that.
how they're gonna do.
I'm really
Yeah,
curious how that's gonna happen.
but what I was saying about the saddle. So so
And if they don't get a child actor to voice
I
Andarna,
know, right? Because she's a baby. She's a little baby
she's a
girl.
baby.
She's
Or at
literally a
least a
baby.
teen. It's at least got to be an adolescent. Doesn't have to be a child, but it does have to be, in my personal opinion, it does have to be an adolescent, teenagerish voice. It because otherwise it doesn't. And I don't know if they're going to be like, oh well, we don't want to give it away that she is an adolescent,
Yeah, because that is a big plot
but
point that
she's
you
an.
find out later.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I guess we'll find out if they even go that route. I don't know. But so the writers like the one thing that they have to learn is how to stay on their dragon, and it's like I relate to Violet. I don't have like my hands do not have the dexterity that they used to have. I would not be able to like that could well, I'd find a way, but that couldn't be me. The way that she like does her best to try and stay on her dragon and like she does
Oh
slide
yeah,
off
she
all the
doesn't want
time
any.
because like she can't like get a
Yeah.
good grip, she can't stay. So like she's like what am I going to do? Like this is the one thing that we need to master is to stay on our dragon and I'm not like everyone else and I can't do it. And not only that, but her dragon is freaking monstrous. He's the biggest, most powerful dragon of all of them. So even let she can't she literally cannot
Of
climb
all of
up.
them within the Yeah, of all of them within the Riders
Within the
Quadrant,
yes,
there's
within
one
the yeah,
other.
because there's one other one that is like above.
It's General
Yep.
Malgreen's Black
Yep.
Dragon is the like largest of all the dragons, but Tarn is like the largest
Within
within the
the yeah.
like he a big
He's
boy.
big, and it's like she's like, how the heck am I supposed to climb up his leg and get like, how do I do this? And so like she struggles for a really long time, and then Zayden, who at this point is still, at least in her brain, still doesn't like her very much. But the fact that so his dragon and Tarn are are mates, and you can't separate mates. And
No.
unfortunately, the fate of them kind of relies on all of them staying alive. Because, like, if your dragon dies, you die. And, like, if Tarn
Oh,
dies,
you're gonna
you,
cry.
don't tell me nothing. Why would you say that?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everyone's fine. There's just a line in it. Speaking on that part, there's a line in Iron Flame that like
Okay.
you're
Okay,
gonna
well,
cry.
don't tell me because now I'm
Everyone's
scared.
fine. Everyone's fine.
Okay.
Ish.
Then now you're
Ish.
giving me. See, stop. Stop talking about the rest of Iron Flame because it's
Finish
but then
Iron
you're
Flame.
giving me
Finish.
you're giving me
Finish.
expectations, and it's like, and now I'm freaking out because I'm like, well, what am I gonna
I know
lose
you
off?
well enough to know that you're gonna cry at that line.
Okay,
I know you.
all right. Well,
It's like you knew me well enough. Well, no, you didn't. You were a little shocked when I spent 10 minutes crying at the end
I
of
actually
Wuthering
did.
Heights.
Yes,
It's
I was
fine.
like I just looked at it, I was like,
That shocked me too. I was talking to David about it last night, and I was like, sorry. Side note, we watched Wuthering
we
Heights,
did.
and the last 10 minutes of it are tragically freaking sad.
I wasn't
And
expecting it from you. I wasn't expecting that reaction.
I wasn't either. I tear up at movies. I've had a lot of stuff go on in my life, so I'm a little more emotional than I used to be.
Mhm.
And so like I tear up at movies for sure. Like a little tear will come down and I might cry like a little bit. I
That
was
was
full body
yeah.
sobbing.
I was like,
I was like
I've
I was just
never heard
like
you heave like that before.
I had neither at a movie
Oh my god.
when my father died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heaved like that. But I just wasn't like, I wasn't ready for the gut punch of emotions that just like slammed into my body at the end of that movie. And I just spent the last 10 minutes just like.
I was like,
And then we
whoa.
got in the car, and it was 10 minutes after we got in the car, and I was still sitting there like,
God.
anyway.
But okay. Back to
I,
the saddle. I've been
yeah.
trying to finish this thought for like 5 minutes.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
So Zayden gifts her, basically he has a saddle made for her dragon that is outfitted with like all these straps and like belts to keep her on so that she can stay on her dragon. And like it was such a like from somebody that like is like an enemy basically for them to do that because like you're and it's like in her brain it's like, well, our dragons are bonded, and if I die, Tarn dies, which means Skal dies, which he dies, so he's just trying to keep me alive. But like
Do you see the
but you
look on
don't
my
really, it's
face?
like I didn't read it that way. I was like, and he was like, she was like, oh thank you, and he it's like it's the fact that he had it custom made for her and her disability, and it showed that like not only like he was like, I see you, he sees her struggling and knows that she needs help, and it's like it also showed her that like it's okay to ask for help and have like an aid to like, it's like you don't have to struggle, you don't have to, and it's like as somebody who constantly struggles, I am so bad at asking for help because I want to so badly like prove that I can do it. But it's like we don't have to be strong all the time. We can accept help. It's like we don't have to go past our limits to prove that we're capable. And I think that was such a beautiful scene. And that's what I felt about it. And it made me very happy.
And
And I think if somebody did that for me, I think I would just like I'm like, I love you.
yeah, the Violet. You know how I was talking like the Bridgerton boys are dum
Uh-huh.
dums. Yeah, Violet was a dum
Yeah.
dum in
And
this book.
that's
The
yeah.
whole time, because I was like, he did that, and she's like, well, it's just because our
Bro,
dragons are bonded. And I was like,
he
you
cares,
idiot!
bro. He cares for you.
The boy was gone. The boy was gone from like the point in time that you poisoned Jack Barlow on the
Yeah.
mat with oranges. He was gone
There were so many
at that
things that
point.
he did for her that I was like, how do you not freaking see it? And you're
How do
over
you not?
here
How do
like,
you not?
oh,
And the
he
whole time
doesn't
she's like, no,
like
he hates me. Girl, he don't kiss people like that he hates.
like
He don't kiss people
if
like
you
that. He told you not to fall in love with him because he couldn't tell you the whole truth, not because he wasn't already in love with you,
yeah,
because he was. It's like
I know.
he was gone for her, and she's the whole time
Ugh.
she's like, he doesn't like me. Like if ever I could slap a TV character
Yes.
or a book character, I would slap the crap out of Violet. What do you mean that he didn't like you?
I was like, girl, shut up. Shut up. But
But it is a beautiful
it
message.
is. It
It is.
was. It was.
It is. And it was.
And I'll tell you what, this so because I read some books last year that were romance and I hated them because they were all spice and no plot, and the build up was not good. Build up was not good. This is what I want out of an enemies to lovers book. The way that this satisfied me to the core, I was like, this is it. This is how I want my books to go. You got lore, you got the tension, you got the two people that hate each other. You got the little like teasing moments, and then you got the big moment. And it's like, "Oh yeah. This hit. This is it. This is the good stuff." Beautiful. That's all I got to say about that.
I'm looking.
That
I'm looking for the page. Also, killing everybody for her.
That too,
He
the
like
way he
busted through her
busted into
room.
that room and literally killed everybody that was trying to kill her, no questions asked. I was like,
And she's like, he doesn't like me. He did it because it's a bond. You bitch ass. You bitch ass little girl. Get with the
uh,
program.
uh, uh.
Oh, it's like page 271.
Yeah, because it's like closer to the. Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. It's
It's
like
closer to the end.
it took all that time to get to it, and it was amazing. It's like this.
Yeah. And it's also aiding her like he doesn't actually like me because she thinks it's the bond between Tarn and
Yeah, and Scott.
I can't
I
Sigale.
still want to say Skull, but I know it's Scowl. Yeah.
Sigale. Yeah. Sigale.
Which I got this.
And so she's like, this is a good kiss, but it's probably because
Yeah,
of the
right.
bond and not because he's hot and also attracted to me and I'm also
It's
attracted
like,
to him.
which it pisses me off when we get into Iron Flame, I don't want to talk too much about that, but like the fact that there's like doubt after something happens, after he literally told her it was only her and only ever her and he only ever wants her, and he like has eyes for nobody else, she's still like, I don't know if he loves me.
That really
Yeah.
annoyed me about Iron
That
Flame.
yeah.
The first half of the Iron Flame was really hard for
It
me
was
to
annoying.
continue to
Like, it
read
literally I was
because it was
struggling.
like,
I was struggling 'cause
I understand why Violet is
I
upset.
do too!
Without getting into too many spoilers, I understand why you are upset. But I think what annoyed me was that she didn't allow
Yeah.
herself to understand the motivations from
Point of
Zayden's
view.
point of
It's
view.
like, he has a reason, girl. It's not like he's
He didn't
trying to
just keep it
yeah.
from you to keep it from you. He kept it from you because your best friend is a
It's like
freaking mind wielder who sees memories, and if he tells you anything, it's at risk. He can't exactly
yeah.
say anything to
Like, I'm
you.
sorry. If that was me, I'd be like, "You're right. I get it. I understand." It's like,
It didn't
what
make
can
a
I
lot of sense
do?
to me to continue that conflict.
Yeah, it was
You
annoying.
can't continue that conflict for that long without there being some sort of recognition within
Yeah.
herself that she's doing
And
too
I don't
much.
know if it was just like a thing to build tension, but it honestly didn't even read like tension to me. It was just repetitive and annoying, and I was like, "Can we stop?"
I
Like, there was one scene where I was like, "Okay, this is good. Like, this is good," and it's like I understand both of them, and I understand a little bit more of her side, but I still think it
I'm trying to
went
pick my
on
words.
for way too long.
It went on for too long, and I can tell you exactly why it went on for too long. Thinking about it now is because where she wanted the reunion to be was not
Was not in the
before where it is,
right.
and it's very specific where it is. Um, so,
Which I get it, girl, I get it. But at the same time, it's like,
so there's a specific. I get because she wanted it to be at like a certain
yeah.
point, and I get it.
But I still think like, because it was
It was
going
too
around in
long.
circles a lot.
It was too
Yeah,
long. It lasted like that extra
yeah,
stretch too long, and I think we could have tailored it back. Because then she didn't even fully get to the point that I think she wanted it to be at because she realized it was dragging on a little bit. This is all assumptions.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
Rebecca
I don't know
Yarros
either.
personally. But I don't think it got. I think she sort of realized it was going too long and then kind of tailored it to be a little bit earlier than where she actually wanted it to be. This is just my own thought
Yeah,
process because that scene,
it's like I know something happens. Yeah.
6 words.
Okay, I'll get
Six
to it.
words.
I'll get to it.
When you see six
All right.
words, and it's like that, and then you're gonna text me and you're like,
Like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever read. um,
it's so good. It's so good, and everybody who's read Iron Flame right now is like, I know what she's talking about. But I understand why she did it
yeah,
that way because she needed to get it to a certain point. I understand that, but it dragged a little too long, and I think also we didn't have Violet self-reflect
yeah.
enough
I think if it would have
for
been
me
like, if it
personally.
would have been like a s- something that was a little more like, this is a secret you really shouldn't have kept from me, because there was no reason to, I think I would have enjoyed that more. But I think it was more like a miscommunication, and I don't like when we have a breakup through miscommunication. I think it's just,
I don't know that it was.
well,
I don't
part
think
of
it was
it, I guess.
miscommunication. I don't think it was miscommunication. I think it was that she had found someone who she thought fully trusted
Yeah,
her and she fully trusted him. And that was not a thing that she gave a lot of
that's
people.
true, and that's, I do see her
She
point of view when that, in that sense. But the
yeah.
thing is, like you
And
said,
so
it's like this was a life or death thing, and I would have been like, yeah, you're
there
right.
was
You know what?
there was a specific reason for it to be the way that it was. It was not that he was just keeping something from you to keep it from you. It was because there were multiple parties involved and multiple lives at stake that he could
In
not
danger. Yes.
trust you with because you don't know how to shield.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he could have been
And
like,
he
I'll
knows
tell you
that
when you
Dane is
learn
a mind
this.
wielder. Yeah, he knows that Dane is a mind wielder. He knows that Dane has the ability to manipulate
Yeah.
Violet. And so he's trying to keep her and everyone else safe. Because it's not just about keeping the movement alive and keeping them safe. It's about keeping Violet
Yeah.
safe. Because if Violet knows this and someone, Dane, reads her memories and realizes that she knows this, he would have told someone
Oh
higher up.
yeah,
She would have gotten in
she'd be
trouble.
dead.
Yeah. So, it's like he was trying not only to protect himself and everyone else, he was trying to protect her. And so her anger, as an initial anger, completely got, but then as a continuing anger was like,
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
reevaluate and we need to consider the other person's feelings and movements instead of just focusing on our anger.
Yeah.
And that was what kind of sucked. And I do also feel like Xaden kind of being cavalier about it and being like, well, I'll win your trust back.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, no.
Yeah.
Like, you're making light of it,
That's not.
and that would have
Yeah.
pissed me off
That would
further.
have. Yeah, that would have made
Like,
me mad too.
I would have, if I'm already mad, and you look at me and you say,
He's
that,
like, you still love me, and it's like,
yeah, you look at me and you're like, you still love me. I'll make you trust me again, baby.
I think
Ouch!
that's part of another part. I think there were multiple times reading Iron Flame where I rolled my eyes. I personally, Iron Flame did not grab me as quickly as Fourth Wing did. I still think, as of right now, Fourth Wing is still the superior book. It might change, but that one just it was such a like fun ride from beginning to end that like
I enjoyed
yeah.
Onyx
You did?
Storm.
Okay.
Fourth Wing was the best, and then Onyx Storm was like the next best, and then Iron Flame I do feel like was a little bit weak because we needed to work some kinks out that we did not work out.
I think it's also I wonder if it's because it's also the longest book. Like maybe she could have trimmed out a little bit of it off the beginning
Yeah,
potentially. Maybe shorten some stuff.
but again, and I found this out. Actually, writers will put in things that they don't expect to stay where editors are concerned. They want to meet like a certain page
Okay.
count. This actually happened with Outlander. Outlander, not Rebecca, Diana Gabaldon threw in a scene where our main girl Claire actually sees the Loch Ness monster.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She added that with the pure intention of it being cut. She was just trying to hit
Right.
page. And so she added it in thinking they were going to cut it out. They didn't cut it out. And so now it's canon that the Loch Ness monster is real
You know what though?
in the
You know
Outlander
what though?
world.
That's kind of awesome. I kind of
Yeah.
like that because like she probably thought like, oh, this is something so ridiculous that I can put in here that they'll recognize
Yeah.
is ridiculous and they'll cut it, and they kept it, and
Nope.
it's like, you know what though? Because it's obviously like it takes place in the past, so it's kind of I love
Yeah.
when like movies especially do something like that where it's like someone travels to the past and then like they meet like this mysterious person or creature that's like from
Yeah.
lore, and it's it's like yeah, it was real.
It was real. And then it becomes a plot point later in the books is like because this is all time travel stuff. It's theorized that what the Loch Ness monster actually is a dinosaur that time traveled and then got stuck.
Oh my god.
Because Loch Ness is on a ley line.
Oh, see, that's cool. See, I like stuff
Yeah.
like that. I think that's fun.
So it's like it's a dilapidated whatever the the big swimmy one with the long
It's a
neck.
plesiosaur. Either that
Yeah, they
plesiosaurus.
think it's a plesiosaur that accidentally time traveled and then got stuck there. And that's who the Loch Ness Monster is, which is really it was intriguing. But she was like, yeah, none of that was intended to actually be in the book. She wrote it to get cut, and so it makes me wonder if like Rebecca also did that and like wrote things to get cut, and then the editors were like, no, we'll leave it in, and it just didn't work out.
Who knows?
But yeah, I found that out, and I thought that was hilarious.
It reminds me.
Like-
It reminds me of. I don't know. Did you ever watch the Loki series? So
Yes.
you know how he's like, it's like he's like going from multiverse to multiverse and like time, like, traveling in
Yeah.
time. The fact that he is DB Cooper, the guy who jumped out of the airplane and nobody, like, no, to this day nobody knows who the heck he is or what he
Yeah.
did, and he stole like all that money.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the
Yeah.
funniest thing that they added that scene. It's like Loki this whole time he was DB Cooper.
It was Loki. Yeah. I think it's great. But yeah, that kind of stuff, it's like authors literally will add things in knowing that it will get cut, and then sometimes it doesn't get cut, and then they're just like,
Well, there it is.
okay. So maybe that was what it was. But back to Fourth
Yes.
Wing, and it kind of ties into Iron Flame. One of the things that I was really intrigued by on reading it was like the hints.
Oh.
The hints. There is a really big hint in the scene where Jack tries to kill Violet.
Which time?
Where
Oh,
he's
he has
like
this-
choking her,
Okay.
and somebody says, "Well, he's using his signet."
Oh.
There's a really big hint
Uh-huh.
in that scene.
Because I don't remember.
That ties into Iron Flame.
So I don't remember what his signet was.
I don't think it ever
I
got
was gonna
stated.
say. Now I do know. Spoilers for Iron Flame. I have gotten to the point where he is alive and he just saved Violet. So like I haven't gotten to the part where it's the hint comes back.
No,
I
you
haven't.
haven't.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
No. But if you really think about that scene and you think about the world and the things that you know about
Right.
it, maybe you'll figure it out.
Oh my god, I think I know.
Don't say it. Don't state it. Text it to
Okay,
me.
I will.
I'm not going to tell you if you're
I
right.
think I
but just
figured
text
it out. Oh my god.
I'm not going to tell you if you're right,
Okay.
but you can text it to me.
I'm texting now.
Like, I'm not telling you.
Okay. But you saw it,
Um,
right?
I
Okay.
saw it. I'm
Okay.
not saying. I'm
That
trying
is-
not
that
to
is-
make any
that is my
facial
theory.
expressions
That
whatsoever.
will be my theory, and I guess I'll see if I'm right, and I'll text you when we get to it, when I get to it.
But there are hints like that scattered throughout Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm to tell you the things that are going to happen.
Oh.
Like, and this one we can talk about because it's not a
Okay.
spoiler that you don't know. Do you remember when she's in the tree
Yes.
and she's hiding? And she talks about like stepping into shadows?
Yeah. Stepping into shadows. Well, it's like she's with Zayden. That's
Zayden protected her. Zayden kept her hidden from everybody else.
oh.
Tell me he didn't.
Oh, that's how he knew she was there. That's how he knew she was there.
That's how he knew she was
I
there.
didn't catch that.
So like there's two mentions, but the one that's really obvious, I read them both. But she says, the moonlight I was thankful for a few minutes ago has now become my biggest liability. Slowly, carefully, quietly, I move out of the patchy moonlight to the next branch over, cloaking myself in shadow. And that one's not that obvious.
Oh.
Until keeping myself on the opposite side of the trunk and sticking to the shadows that wrap around me. I climbed down another
Oh.
branch with sloth-like speed, holding my breath as I test each branch with a fraction of my weight before lowering myself. Their voices are still muffled by the river, but I can hear the loudest of them. A tall, dark-haired man with pale skin whose shoulders take up twice the space of any first year, standing opposite Zayden's position and wearing the rank of a third year. So, you know, it's like
Yeah.
shadows don't wrap
And I
around
didn't
people.
catch that because I don't think by that point did we know that Zayden wielded shadows? I don't remember.
I don't know if we did or not. I think maybe we did, but she just wasn't thinking
Yeah,
about.
like I didn't even put that together.
It's from her
Holy
perspective,
crap.
so she's an unreliable narrator, and she didn't realize that he literally has been protecting her from Jump
Oh
Street.
my god.
He was never gonna kill her.
No.
He protected her
From
from everybody
everything.
else. So, you know, it's like
Oh my
stuff
god.
like that. And then the fact that Dane touches by almost the entirety
Oh my
of the book.
god, he does. He does.
And I think he even tells her, and I don't know if it's an Iron Flame or not, but he even tells her, he was like, yeah, I accidentally did it one time, and then I didn't, I tried not to do it again. I don't believe that. I think that he did at multiple points. And then Violet's lightning when they kiss. Did you notice that at lightning when they
That
kiss?
was more obvious.
And that was like, I didn't catch it the first time, and then I was rereading, I was like, oh, right, yeah, it does lightning. And so it's like, oh, that's, her
Yeah.
signet just manifested. That was what
Like,
that
oh
was.
my god, that was the first time it manifested. That one I
There's a
caught.
million, yeah, there's a million and one of those, too. And they're all in there. They're all in there. And, like, it tells you what's going to happen in the next book. And it like, foreshadows the venom. It foreshadows Liam's death. There's a bunch of different stuff that, like, when you, like, go back on a reread, you start, like,
Picking it up.
like, you're, huh?
It's like,
When did you put
wait
that?
a minute.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of different things that you can kind of tell when you reread it. Oh, she was like guiding us
Yeah.
to that. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's fun. See, it's a fun book. I don't care. Listen, there were many cringe moments. I don't care.
No.
I don't care. It was so much fun to read. There are so many.
It's
There
like
there are times where I was like, oh god, because like I didn't like the way something was written. Like there were
Yeah.
some times where I was like, I wish we left out the way this is like the way, because the way she worded some things, I was like, I wish she hadn't have put this in there, because like the rest of it is so good that it just like I was like like the way that like
why did we do
there were
that?
so many times where like Zayden will walk in and she was like, holy hot, and I was like, stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot. And she's like, he's so hot. And I'm like, okay, girl, we get it.
It was just, it's like, we don't need to, I don't know.
We don't need to describe his hot body for the seventh time in
and
the
it's
book.
and
It's not.
I think I'm a hater of I'm a hater of when people use like the constant period in sentences, like
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
effing hot, like, and it's like a constant thing. I'm like, oh.
Come on. And then but I'll tell you who I never got tired of talking, and that was Riddick.
Oh, he's the best. Every time he opens his mouth is a blessing. Every time
I think there's some good ones in Onyx Storm that I can't like say right now, but the one of my favorites, and I don't remember if it's in Onyx Storm or in Iron Flame, but it's like he's kind of chatting up a girl, and she looks looks at him and she's like, I don't fuck first years. And he
that was
turns
in the first
around.
movie, I think, or in the
That was in
first
the
book.
first one.
Yeah,
That was in the first book, and it was like, I don't fuck first years. He's like, yeah, I'm a first year, but I fuck like a
that's
third.
it.
And I was just like, Freddie,
I was like,
you
oh my
can't
god.
do that.
And then in Iron Flame, when he was like talking about something, and everyone just goes, like he just like said something, and they all turned to him like, and he's like,
Why?
I'm just saying.
This is non-spoiler, but at one point in Onyx Storm, he says, I kept the inside thoughts inside.
Oh my god, he's so funny.
Look, I kept the inside thoughts inside. I'm like, I
Oh
love
my
you.
god.
But no, I thought, and then the other thing was like the use of poisons and
Yeah.
how innovative she had to get. Like she knew that she
Mhm.
had a disadvantage as far as
Yeah.
fighting goes,
Mhm.
and she was just like, I can do this, and
There was nothing against the rules that said you couldn't. And
there was
that's what
nothing
I
against the
liked
rules that said you
about her
couldn't.
is that
Oh, that was
uh,
another hint that Zayden said that he knew better poison masters.
oh my god. He was trying to tell her the whole time.
He told her
He
early
was
on
trying
that he
to
knew better
tell
poison.
her.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh,
There's so many hints. Go back and reread it,
I
and you'll
know
be
I
like,
will at some point because like it's just so good. Um, but yeah, like the way that she, like I mentioned earlier, the way it's like when you have a disability, you have to get creative with things sometimes. Um, and like the way she figured out the poisons to get an advantage, and it's like I know technically it's like she wouldn't be able to do that on the battlefield. She probably wouldn't have time to, but I mean,
but it got her through
it
a
got her
period of time
through
when she was
everything. And
training.
the same with
Yeah,
like
she was training. She was trying to get better, and she eventually becomes a
she does,
really
yeah.
good fighter.
It's like she
But
can.
she, at the start of it, she was like, "I'm not going to be able to do
Mm-hmm.
this," and so she used what she could to her
Mm-hmm.
advantage to try to
Because her goal was mostly
figure
to
out.
at least just stay alive until threshing. Once she got a
Mm-hmm.
dragon, even though like she didn't expect the fact that she was going to be bonded to the largest dragon in the quadrant, which made her an even bigger target. I mean, it
Yeah,
is what it is. Um,
she should have killed all three of them in the field.
I know.
She should have taken all of them out. And I don't understand to this day. I do not understand why she did not.
Well, because she has a
I
good heart. She
Jack,
has a
I
good heart.
understand. Jack, I get because Jack has a role to play,
Hmm.
and so like Rebecca couldn't have him be taken out
Yeah.
early
Well, and
on
he showed
because
how
like
much of a coward he was by running off, which made it easier for her in
mhm,
her mind to kill him later.
to let him
Yeah.
go. Yeah, it was like I'll deal with him later. And so like she knew that she couldn't get rid of him because he had a role to
Hmm.
play. And then the other thing was because like if Boy had come after me like that on the parapet and I had his nuts on a knife, they'd be
Oh, I know.
skewered
What was his name? Oh my god.
and shoved off. Like they'd be
Yeah.
skewered. I don't remember his name. I do know who you're
Yeah,
talking
the
about,
other
but I don't
guy.
remember his name. Which is kind of the point, I think, is like you don't know his name, and
It
you're
doesn't
not really
matter.
supposed
I
to. You're
mean,
just he doesn't matter because he
yeah.
dies almost
Instantly.
instantly. But yeah, no, he had a role to play, so I kind of understood that. But the other two were just kind of side
Yeah.
characters, like kill them,
Yeah.
kill
I think it was just showing that she didn't want to be that way just for
them. No, no, she didn't, and I think it made her stronger
yeah.
that she was not so
It's
power
the
hungry
reason
and
that
not so.
Tarn and Darna chose her.
Yeah,
Honestly,
so
yeah.
there's a reason behind it,
Yeah.
but I would have killed them all.
It's like
Would have
no
solved a
mercy.
lot of problems.
No mercy.
I would have burned Jack's body as well.
Yeah. I think if this was like if this was Game of Thrones, I would have been like Dracarys right now. Yeah.
I couldn't. I would like knowing the things that I know. I'm
Oh,
like, you'd have been skewered.
oof. Ah. Oh God. Well.
Anyway, um, yeah. Anyway, the I just think it like is what romanticy should be.
Mhm.
Your world is built and built well. Your romance is built and built
Mhm.
well. For the most part, there's some hiccups, but no writer is
Yeah.
perfect. Um, but like it gave. I read ACOTAR first,
Oh.
and then read Fourth
Mhm.
Wing, and I liked ACOTAR. I enjoy it because I read all five of those books, and then read Fourth Wing, and then immediately from like jump, I was like, this is 10 times better
Yeah.
than ACOTAR. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like Sarah J. Maas as a
Mhm.
writer because she wrote a YA novel. Well, YA. It gets a little sexy in the later
Yeah.
books, but it's still not open door. It's like illusion and some things and you know but you don't
Mm.
know. It's not very just well, I guess it's considered open door, but it's not
Okay.
explicit. And that would be Throne of Glass. And Throne of Glass is right behind Fourth Wing.
Okay. Okay.
I read all nine. I think there's either
Oh
eight or
wow.
nine books, and I read them all and gobbled it up because it was such a good series, and she wrote it so well. And I've heard that a lot. Like Crescent City and Throne of Glass are far superior
Mhm.
series to ACOTAR, and ACOTAR is the one that's got the acclaim. So I think that's interesting
Mm.
because like Throne of Glass is such a good book series. It's so good, and the world is so well built. So it's like it's not. I don't understand where we went wrong
Right.
with ACOTAR, but that's a different episode.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
but I
curious.
read Fourth
I
Wing.
would read it if we did a like book talk made me read this type of thing.
Yeah,
Be
I would love
interesting.
to do that. I've got no. I think I lent my first book out, but I can get it on Kindle
Oh
Unlimited. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. But yeah, no, I have them all on Kindle because I bought like the bundle set on Kindle, so I have them all. But yeah, she it's just Fourth Wing captivated my attention, and then the aspect of like the dragons
Yeah.
speaking to you
Oh.
and having this super
Mm.
cultivated relationship.
I forgot to mention. I totally forgot to mention that so I was at work when I was reading the scene when when she bonds with Tarn for the first time, and when he spoke and he was like, what did he say, step aside silver one or something like that, like the
Or
voice
something
came
like that, yeah.
through, and I like when realization hit that like a dragon just bonded with her, I started crying. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Because you're
I
like,
just like
I
I was like
get
the dragon spoke and I started crying. The dragon is here. I was at my desk. I was working, I swear. It's just that I had finished the majority of my stuff and like there isn't really much else to do, so I just read my book. Um but I was just sitting there and I was like oh,
like
oh
hoping
my
no
god.
one comes by to see you
Literally,
just like
literally. I was like I just like my heart, I was like
she did
I could,
it.
and I was like, that's another point where I was like, this is so good. Like, I'm crying over the fact that this dragon just landed. And it's, first of all, it's the giant black one that everybody says is a mystery and he refuses to bond with anybody. And he lands and he speaks to her. And I was like, if he's talking to her, he bonded her. I was like, I was I was
Oh, that's
done.
funny.
I was like, I can't. And then and Darna says what she says, where she's like, and then Darna, and I was like, she's got two.
She got
Oh
two.
my god.
Evening, Darna.
The little baby.
That reminds me of the, like, Anne Peggy.
Yeah. Just don't forget me.
But no, that was great. But then, like, we gotta talk about the ones that we were strongly against. The characters that we did not like. Jack Barlow, I could speak at length
Oh,
about
yeah.
why that boy needs to just disappear off the face of the earth. But Dane,
What do you think? Should we take Dane to trial?
I think he needs it.
I think Dane needs to go to court. I think we need to try him.
Go to court. New segment time.
Segment time.
The Court of Literary Chaos is now in session. Today we are trying Dane Atos for crimes of passion and betrayal against Violet Sorengale.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Dane Atos stands before you today, convicted of betraying his best friend and committing crimes of passion by way of betrayal.
Betrayal?
I would like to take the time to tell you why it is Mr. Atos is irrevocably guilty of these charges. Mr. Atos did not know that Miss Sorengale was entering the White Riders Quadrant at Basgiath this fall. But once she was in residence, he tried his best to undermine and pull her away from what we now know as her true calling as a dragon rider. He misjudged Miss Sorengale's strength and ability to trust time and again over the course of the semester. It got worse once Miss Sorengale's association with one Mr. Ryerson became common knowledge. Mr. Atos became incredibly jealous. He watched her every move and was attempting conversation at every opportunity. These were not advances that Miss Sorengale wanted, and thus rejected and requested he leave her alone on several occasions. He, using his raising jealousy as a weapon, and his signet, betrayed Violet by taking her memories without permission, reporting them to his father, and indicating that Mr. Ryerson and associates were off campus in a location known as Athbean. In doing so, he put not only her Boothang, but also Violet, and all three of their dragons directly in harm's way by sending them to a venom attack. This was an intentional act, and one that must be punished to the highest degree. That is all.
As for the defense, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, while we cannot deny that my client, in a momentary lapse of judgment stemming from jealousy, used his classified signet against Miss Sorengale, Mr. Atos at this time was unaware of the true war raging outside of Navarre's borders, unaware of the dangers of Venin and Wyvern that his father would send Miss Sorengale and the rest of the marked ones to meet a certain and swift death in the guise of a war games task. Mr. Atos, upon learning of the off-campus escapades of Mr. Ryerson and crew, went to the only person in his life that he trusted, a man in a position of power to stop these escapades, his father. As As remember, ladies and gentlemen, marked ones were still believed to be traitors by nature. Mr. Athos was merely trying to stop what he believed to be another rebellion coming from inside the walls of Basgiath. There's no reason to believe that he was aware of his father's intentions and did not know the danger Miss Sorengale was to encounter at Ressen. In addition, one can argue that, ladies and gentlemen, this is war. Classified signets will be used to the discretion of the signet holder if a threat is perceived. Personal feelings aside, our case rests. I ask you, Madam Prosecutor, what would you have done in this situation where you knew something that could endanger not just a few people, but the entire populace of an entire school? What would you have done?
Well, I see here in my notes. Ah, yes. Mr. Athos, at no point in time, had a discussion with Miss Sorengale about what it was that she overheard, nor did he get permission from Miss Sorengale to access those memories for the greater good, as it were. And so then I think it is quite plain that Mr. Athos betrayed the trust of Miss Sorengale, which is what we're here to determine, by not having those discussions or getting permission from said lady. But I ask you, do you think that your client knew that telling his father would get Mr. Ryerson in trouble, which would directly affect Miss Sorengale? How could he have not known?
Like I said in my statement, Mr. Athos went to his father, a trusted individual, high up in the court of the War College, because of the fact that the marked ones are not considered to be trusted. And therefore, his intentions were to save the school from a perceived rebellion. He would have never known what was ahead of them, what was waiting for them on the other side of those walls of the fortress. It was completely unbeknownst to him. He was just doing what he thought was for the greater good of Navarre. And that is all. It is war, Madam Prosecutor. Personal feelings do not come into play when we are talking about war.
I would argue, however, that because the marked ones are allowed into the writer's quadrant at all, that it shows that Mrs. Sorengale does in fact trust these marked ones and did not sense a rebellion, that it was General Melgreen who even instigated 3 to a group. So how is it that you can justify that he thought a rebellion would happen? As far as Mr. Athos was aware, there was nothing not to be trusted about the marked ones as they were allowed into the Basgiath War College.
Yes, they were allowed as punishment. Punishment for what their parents did. Now, they were to be accepted into the college to prove themselves and their loyalty to the college and to Navarre.
Ah, see, but you have knowledge that was not common knowledge among the other riders in the quadrant. Mrs. Sorengale, the commander of Basgiath Riders Quadrant, was aware that they were there as punishment. So was Mr. Athos, which is Dane's father. But that information was not commonly shared amongst the student body.
Well, Violet Sorengale is not just a common person in the student body. She is the daughter of General Sorengale, so of course she would have this knowledge. Why would they not have this knowledge? The entire populace knows this knowledge. All of them know.
The entire populace is not aware of what the rebellion relics represent. No one is aware of what
Yes,
they represent
they
except for Zayden, who has the rebellion marks as foretold. It's not common knowledge. However, and I will additionally add that I have lost my place and forgotten what I was going to say.
I declare some order. Order in this court. I object. I object. It is, in fact, a lie. A lie that the marked ones, that nobody knows what they're there for. Everybody knows what they're there for. They all know that they are carrying out their punishment. It is the reason why they are marked, why people stay away from them and do not trust them. It is the reason. Therefore, your argument is
Okay.
not
So if
valid.
you state that it is because people do not trust them, okay, fine. But Miss Sorengale seemed to have no trouble associating with the marked ones, and because she is intricately aware of why these riders are in the riders quadrant, why the marked ones are there, would she not just refuse to associate with them if it were true that they were not trustworthy? How can you say, if she was knowledgeable of all things, that she believed that they were in rebellion? You cannot. She trusted them. Ergo, Mr. Atos, who was her childhood best friend, also should have trusted her and should have had a conversation with her before accessing her memories.
Like I said, my client had a temporary lapse in judgment stemming from jealousy. Jealousy because Violet's dragon is bonded to Mr. Ryerson's dragon. Of course, she has to trust him to a degree. Doesn't mean that she doesn't think that they're completely trustable.
But then she would not associate with the other marked ones, and there is a very clear record that she in fact does. She trains with Imogen. She would not do that if she did not trust her.
Well, Imogen was sent by Ryerson, and this was made a point. This was made a point. Ryerson entrusted Imogen to train Miss Sorengale, because if she dies, then he ends up dying as well.
Are you saying that my client does not have any agency?
I
she would
I
not
cannot
choose.
comment on Mrs.
It
Sorengale's.
sounds as if you are indicating that her life was controlled by Mr. Ryerson, which I assure you is not true. Miss Sorengale is a very independent woman, and no one tells her what to do.
Well,
Including Mr. Atos, which was part of the reason he was so mad.
well, I cannot comment much about that, but I can say that Mr. Ryerson sure did have a lot to do with Miss Sorengale's survival in the beginning. And to this day, one could argue. Therefore, and who knows, maybe she was in collusion. Collusion with this rebellion.
I object! Because no. Because no.
Your Honor!
Your Honor!
I
And then
object
it
to
just
your
cuts.
objection.
Dane Atos, you have been found guilty of all charges. You are hereby sentenced to 5 months of guard duty with cat. That's it. I pointed at the cat.
Well, that's a character, but... Thank you.
Yeah.
Go away.
I don't want to. I'm gonna hang out
Yeah.
with Tasha now.
Look at her face.
I object.
That was a new segment we're gonna
Thank
try
you for
out.
joining the
called
first court of literary chaos, where we try to defend or prosecute characters that have done questionable things.
Not just characters,
On
also
tropes and
and
subjects
Yes, this
and
also tropes. I think there's like one of the, but like storylines. There will be some different topics that will be discussed. Authors. It will be something related to the episode that we're on, but we're trying a new
thing.
that we had a lot of fun
Yeah.
with.
And I wanted to dress up for it.
Special guest star, my husband. But Natasha has a disclaimer.
Yes, disclaimer. One of us had to be the defense, so that's why I was defending Dane. However, I do feel that personally, I feel his actions were wrong. He shouldn't have done that. He really should not.
Betrayal.
That was just. It's like Violet is 100% justified in being upset with him, because that is a violation. It really is, just to try to just get information out of her. But somebody had to defend him, so I took that honor. But he's been found guilty.
That was great. And the whole time, I don't know if it'll stay in or not, but the whole time we're just like cracking.
My mustache didn't want to stay on. I was going for the southern, the very southern lawyer type of thing. Client.
Gotta dig into the North Carolinian roots for that one.
Maybe next time I'll dress up like Doug Dimmadome.
That would be hilarious. I'll be like, I have a hat that's like, I just bought it. We went to the Western Murder Mystery and I bought a hat.
That is so like I just feel like there's gotta be a Southern lawyer out there that wears cowboy hats to the courtroom. I think it'll just get more and more unhinged from here. We are planning on getting a gavel.
Yes.
So that would be very, very fun.
Our husbands are going to take turns being the judge.
Yes, because I know they very much enjoy that. I know John will absolutely enjoy making the judge voice.
By the way, as I mentioned, we were talking about books that are sexy with no purpose. And Off Campus is a series that's being developed into a TV show. So I'm rereading I reread the first one. I'm reading the rest of the series because I never read it. And I really like this book, but I'm kind of nervous because we did.
Oh.
It's The Mistake.
The Mistake.
This one's the next one. So this one is Logan and Grace. I'm a little worried because we're a little sexy.
Oh, and there's not much plot.
Well, no, there's plot. And it does tie into the sexy, but I'm worried that if we're starting the sexy that we're going to
add it constantly. Yeah.
And I don't really.
Yeah. See, I can't.
No,
it's like power to anyone that just wants to read smut constantly. That if that's your thing, totally cool.
There's a website and it's called Archive of Our Own, and if anyone wants to read smut, they can just go there. Honestly, they don't have to buy a book.
Well, but at least I don't know what fan fictions people seek out, but the ones that I have read are these should be published, because how do you come up with a plot this intricate and still manage to give us
that
good stuff?
I read Hermione fan fiction.
I only
no one judge me for this, okay? The ones that do it good do it well.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why so many Hermione fan fictions are being published.
But that's what I was gonna say. I have read the one that's like the irresistible urge to fall for your enemy. I've read the original of that, and it was fantastic. And then, from what I understand, the book of that is not good. And then the only one that I think stood the test of time was Manacled, which then
Alchemized,
became
yeah.
Alchemized. I read Manacled. Manacled is very dark romance and is not for everyone. But then I have read several other, like, Hermione fan fictions that have then been, they haven't been turned into books, but they are like book length, and they are so good. And then the ones that are getting published as Hermione fan fiction, with the exception of Alchemized, because Alchemized was great. I haven't actually read Alchemized, but Manacled I enjoyed, but it was a little. I'm like, there's trigger warnings galore. Please look them up. But some of the ones I've read that have not gotten published, I'm like, these should be published. These should be published. And I don't understand why. Outlander too. I've read some Outlander fan fiction that was incredibly good.
I exclusively only read Raylo fanfiction.
Pride and Prejudice. I've read
Interesting.
Pride and Prejudice fan fiction.
Final thoughts,
Before
final notes.
I just really appreciate the book. I appreciate what it is and how, like, crazy badass she did not shy away from Violet's struggles, but she made her so much more powerful because she overcame them, and I thought that was the perfect way to handle that. I don't appreciate it when female main characters are whiny.
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's why I DNF'd the Poppy Wars. Like, I can't.
I know.
Don't be whiny.
That's what I was
Don't be whiny.
worried about. When okay, so when all I knew from Fourth Wing was what I initially said when I like first heard about it. And then I remember watching, because I heard it was so like some people really didn't like it. And I remember I came across a video on YouTube of this girl just like ranting about it for like an hour straight. And she like did like animations to it. And so I remember watching it, and I was like, even in my brain I was like, God, this does sound bad. I don't think I'll ever read this. And then like I read it, and I'm like thinking back, because I'm glad I forgot the majority of what she had said, so I was still surprised when things happened. I don't remember
Yeah.
much of what she said, but like I do remember some things where I was like, that it didn't really happen that way. So I don't really see why this was a bad thing, or like why this was cringe, or I don't know.
I don't understand how anybody can look at Violet and say that she's anything other than just
Yeah.
cool and over. She, at no point does the girl whine. At no point does she, like, she's just like, all right, this is the situation I'm in. Let's go. Like, let's fucking go. And it's every time. Now, if you want to talk about cringe, the only thing that could be cringe is the description of
Every
Xaden.
like other page
Every
was
time he walks through
holy
the
hot, and I was like, girl, stop
hot
it.
boy. He's so hot. If only he didn't hate me so much.
Which, okay, so I know we talked about in the first episode we ever did, you don't picture things, like you don't see a movie in your head when you read. So did you picture anybody in particular to like be these characters? No, you don't even have like an idea of like who you would want or anything.
I have an idea of what they look like, but I can't. I'm not. There's no person.
There's really, because I had like, I don't know why, but I had like,
I know that I'm going to be PO'd if they do not cast the people of color as people of color.
It's like they are very
Liam is not white.
clearly.
Xaden is not white. These people do not need to be white. Most of the marked ones, as a matter of fact, are all people of color. If you're not, Rhiannon is African American. If you do not cast these people as people of color when it is very clearly written this way, I'm gonna be ticked off.
No,
that's how I feel about.
I just want to like throw this out there because for some reason, I had like whenever somebody was being mentioned, and this wasn't like on purpose or anything, but like for some reason I had like in my head movie while I'm reading this, I had like half the cast of Game of Thrones in here. And it wasn't an
I
accident. It
mean,
was an
Amelia Clark would not be a bad pick. Amelia Clark's a little
oh
bit
no,
too old
I
at
didn't
this
have
point,
her as Violet. I
but I could see it.
yeah, I think she's definitely too old now.
I think Maisie might
Potentially, I can't really see her as
be.
Violet either though. But I did
I
did
don't know.
have one specific person as Zayden. And this, I don't know if maybe this is like a hear me out type of thing because his character in Game of Thrones, and I'm speaking of not like the main Game of Thrones, I'm speaking House of the Dragon, that cast.
I haven't watched.
It's good. But his particular character in this was so awful that like I'm pretty sure people gave him like in real life crap about it because you know how like whenever someone plays a villain really well, they like
They did it with Joffrey.
yeah,
Yeah.
so but like he's so like the moment they described Zayden, I was like that's that guy. That's Sir Kristen. Like hear me out. Hear me out.
No, yeah. Yeah.
I, I'm just it's like
Yeah.
he's a lot older.
Yeah.
Now.
He'd be good for Bodhi.
He
too.
would be. But I think at this point he's too old.
My brain said Taylor Zakar Perez, and then I was like, no, he's too old
Yeah.
too.
But okay. Okay. I can see. Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. See, it's like someone in that same general font.
I don't know. Violet is hard
I
now.
had pictured Violet as it's like I've seen a bunch of fan casts and I like them. This was the particular Violet that I saw in my head just because when like I said in that first episode, I just need a face to really like be able to,
Yeah.
you know. So I picked Hunter Schafer, if you can see her.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I love her
I
and
can
she's
see
great.
it.
So I thought, but the thing is, she is really tall. She's like 6 foot. So she wouldn't actually.
So that
work.
wouldn't work for that. No. Like, Liam is a hard one, too.
Yeah, I pictured him as the like people will know if they've seen House of the Dragon. I pictured him as the guy with the eye patch. I forget his. It's not Aegon. It's Aemond. I think his name is.
He's got to be, whoever it is that they cast has got to be funny.
Yeah. I like
need
that
that
actor
quick
because
wit.
like aside from outside of Game of Thrones, he just seems like such a nice dude. He's like a very like I don't know. He gives me that like aura, that Liam aura that I was like that's how I'm picturing him. So
Riddick is another one that's...
Yeah.
Liam, Riddick, they're hard.
yeah,
They're going to have a
it's gonna
tough
be
time.
it's gonna be rough.
But they'll probably cast unknowns, which would
I would love
probably be
that.
smart.
I would love them for them to completely cast people that we have no attachment to or haven't really seen in much.
Well, you need a younger set of
yeah,
people.
yeah, because
It can't be like the old.
yeah,
They can't be
when I
old.
picture them,
Old.
I kind of age.
I'm
them up with
33. I'm not saying that 33 is old. I'm saying
No,
that
but
when
they're
they're trying to
20.
play 20-year-olds,
Yeah,
it's like, and they're probably going to be on this series for a while because they're going to have to do
Yeah.
Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. Like, you can't cast 40-year-olds.
that's why like
You've got to
nobody
cast
that
young.
I pictured in my head would be remotely perfect for these roles, but that's just how I pictured it. I aged them up in my mind, I guess. It was just based on the
Yeah.
description. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't have like a firm grasp on anybody, especially because they are younger and I'm not like in the younger.
I'm not either. That's why I'm like I don't know. I don't know a lot of younger
know.
actors.
So I don't know. But I do think that they need to stay true to people of
Yeah.
color because I will be ticked if they
You
do
know
not.
what I heard? I heard somewhere someone said that it was like a rumored casting. It's not that it's official or anything, but it was rumored casting that they would possibly consider oh my god, what is her name? Renesmee, freaking Renesmee, the girl who plays Renesmee. Let me look up her name. I don't remember it. Mackenzie Foy. So
Oh, she would
yeah,
be good. She
I don't
actually
think
would.
she would
Yeah,
make a
she would
bad
be a good
Violet, but
Violet.
I don't know how old she is
No.
now. I think she's like, well, she was born in 2000. She's like 26 now.
I'm also not someone that thinks that we have to be completely accurate to every single descriptor. Yes, skin tone matters.
That well,
That's what
that's
I'm
like
saying.
non-negotiable.
Yeah, and yes, hair color matters. Like she's got to have the black into
Into
the
the
silver.
silver.
There's the whole thing behind that. But I'm talking about like facially wise and eye wise. Like Claire. Claire in the books has brown eyes, but they cast Katrina Balfe as Claire for the TV show, and for me, she kind of like fits the attitude of Claire. So I don't mind that she's a little taller, and I don't mind that she has blue eyes instead of brown. Like, to me, yes, that is Claire because she acts
Yeah.
like her. She embodies her, and that's what you need to do for the role. So I'm not as particular about our height situation. Like, obviously, she cannot be as
That's
tall
what I'm
as
saying.
Zayden.
It's
That's
like
a
she
whole
cannot be played
thing.
by Hunter Schafer. She is 6 foot.
No, she can't be as tall as Zayden. But if she's a little bit taller or her eyes are the wrong color, I don't really care
Yeah.
that much about that. That's me
Yeah,
personally. Do you embody the character? I don't
yeah,
care.
I'm very very excited to see who they are going to start casting for that. I'm sure
Yeah, I
I'm
am
sure they'll
too.
do great. I'm optimistic about it.
It's Michael B. Jordan. I'm not expecting it to be a dumpster fire with him
Yeah, hopefully
at the
not.
helm.
It's gonna be interesting. I feel like there's some things in there that I'm like, I wonder how they're going to do that, or if they're gonna have to change it up, because I feel like some things are a little difficult to
It's gonna
translate to
have to be
film.
CGI heavy. It's gonna
Oh
have to
yeah,
be CGI heavy, which kind of concerns me
but I mean they did it in Game of
because
Thrones, so
so hopefully it won't
like the
be
dragons look great in Game of Thrones.
right. It's like you if you've got other practical effects in use, it maybe won't be as bad as like but if you're only using CGI, I think that's when we
Yeah, that's
start
when
going to a place where it's
it's
not
like
believable.
practical is so. I believe practical is always the way to go. I know some things can't be practical, but I really appreciate it when they try their best to make it at least 80% practical. So,
Yeah, like if the set is there, if the costumes are there, if all of that stuff is there and you're CGIing in a dragon,
yeah.
fine. If you're filming it
On a
on a
green
green
screen
screen
set where it's like, why can't
where there's nothing
it's like you
real,
couldn't have the school
animate it. At that point,
yeah.
animate it. If you're gonna do it on a green screen where there's nothing real and there's no true set,
Yeah.
animate it.
Somebody mentioned that too. They were like, I wish this would be an animated show instead, but I don't know.
You kind of
Yeah.
can't animate.
I'm gonna watch it either way.
Not with this. Not with that level of sexual
No.
content. You can't animate that.
I am a dragon girl. Again. I mean, I've never
A
left the
girl.
dragon girl world, but I am back, and this has opened my my horizons to find more fantasy. Yeah, romantasy and just in
Yeah.
general fantasy books. Because it's been a while since I've read a good fantasy book. And
I think the next one it'll be a while
Yes.
yet. We've got some other things that we're reading, but the next one we'll read together will be Direbound.
Yes. It's like those are wolves. I too love wolves. I think I love dragons more, but I am also a wolf girl.
Yeah. So we're gonna try it
So I'm
out.
very excited about that.
I can't get her to read Throne of Glass. We're not there yet,
We'll
but
get
we'll get there.
We'll get there. I'm sure this is expanding my horizons. I went to Barnes and Noble and I just was anything that had dragon in the title. I was like, what is this about? I would like to read it. It's like, yes. It's like, this is a fine dragon book. Yes.
I I saw Rings of Fire on my library on my Kindle, and I was like, when did I add that? And I was like,
When
oh,
we
when we
went
were
to
in Barnes
Barnes
and
and
Noble.
Noble and we were in the fantasy section for a while.
Yep, that's when I
Yeah.
added that.
But yeah, great book.
I do have Direbound on there, but I haven't read it
Yeah.
yet. I'm gonna wait.
We'll wait on that one.
So, I got too far ahead of Natasha. So I'm still currently reading Iron Flame. I've stopped.
I'm catching up. I swear, I promise. I'm catching up.
Oh wait, no. No, I finished Iron Flame. Hold on a minute. Did I finish it? I did. I finished Iron Flame.
How could
I
you?
finished it before you. I stopped. I have not read Onyx
Okay.
Storm because you've not finished
Yes.
Iron Flame. So I'm gonna wait for you to finish Iron Flame before I continue to read Onyx Storm. But yeah, I did finish.
Okay, that's fine. I'm
Very good
halfway. I'm
play.
halfway through, so I should be done. I should
read
be
books
done this
faster than
week.
you. It's fine. Yeah, I read books faster than you. It's okay.
Yeah, I take my time because I
It's
see a
okay.
movie in my head, and the movie's got to look right, or it like I get frustrated for some reason. And I don't know if anybody else is like that, but like when they're like describing things, if I can't like picture it immediately in my head, I'm like, what does this look like? What is it? I don't. Ah. Yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, I mean, I do take my time, especially if it's a book that I enjoy. I'm not like necessarily rushing it. I think I'm in a little bit of a slump, and I may have to transition off of my Kindle for a bit onto like a physical
That's what I
book
had to do.
because I'm slumping a little bit, and I don't want to slump. But I am currently reading the Off-Campus series. I'm on The Mistake. I've already read The Deal, which was our first one, which is Garrett and Allie. Now we're on Logan and Grace. So I'm reading the Off-Campus series. I'm enjoying it. Logan is a bit more of a playboy than Garrett was. Garrett was not really a playboy. Like he got it when he wanted it, but he was very clear with the people like, hey, this is to fulfill a need, not because I'm trying to have a relationship. So he's kind of Logan is just sort of a player, and very sex driven, and so I'm interested to see where this is gonna go. So I'm reading the Off Campus series. I'm also reading Ready Player One when I feel like it, and probably about to read one of the books on my physical TBR because I think I need a physical book. I don't know what it is yet. Probably one of my book of the months because I did get book of the month books. I'm excited about them.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do that.
All right.
What are you reading?
Well, I'm on Iron Flame.
Still there?
I can't read multiple books at a time. I can't.
Mood reader.
I can't do
Hello.
it. I can't do it. I either have to DNF completely and restart later, or I just have to finish it and then move on to the next one. I can't do it. I cannot have multiple books open.
I wish I could just focus on one. I wish I could. Like, I am such a mood reader, because if I'm not in the mood to read it that day, I'm not reading. But yeah, Iron Flame. There you go.
Yeah.
That has been our
concludes
episode.
Our Fourth Wing thoughts.
Next time, we do tropes.
Getting into
Next
tropes.
time, join us as we smash or pass.
Smash or pass
and
some
discuss.
tropes.
Yes, and discuss our opinions on the smashing or the passing.
These tropes will be taken to trial.
I think we're gonna pick the one that we agree is the worst one to put on trial.
That's gonna be hard to defend.
I think I know what it is too.
Oh no!
I'll tell you after we stop recording. You don't get to know. You'll find out.
Find
next
out. All right.
week. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I hate saying
know.
that, but it's
Or
YouTube,
don't.
so now we gotta
You
do
have
this.
free will.
You have free or don't, you have free will. But if you like us and you want to follow us, like, comment, subscribe. Join us on the Instagram or the TikTok or the Threads. We're all there underneath Gallberry Lit Club. You know where to find us. I'm really bad about posting on social media, but I'm trying to get better. Be patient. It'll
We
happen.
are very grateful to the, I think, 11 people that know who we are.
Yes, we currently have 11 subscribers. I don't know who you are, but thank you very much for subscribing. Yeah, I haven't even looked, so I don't even know. And then we've gotten like 20 views. So thank you for everybody that's, checking in on us, watching every week. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate that you would even like to hear us speak about these things.
Yeah. We're finding our groove.
We're getting there.
So maybe one day, if we ever pop off, you can say you were here first.
Yeah. I always love finding podcasts that it's like I'll find them when they have like 500 subscribers, and then like weeks later they're like 15,000, and I'm like, I was here first.
I was here first. So yeah, we appreciate each and every person that takes the time to listen. Shout out our biggest fan, David.
Yes. Because not even my own husband has listened to a single episode.
Mine said we were his favorite podcast. So thank you, baby. I love you.
All right.
All right, that's it. We got to pack it up. We got to get out of here. Let's go. Bye, y'all.